everyone, it's your girl Maymuna here today, and I decided I would film this gorgeous South Asian bridal makeup tutorial. So this is how it looks like. I love the eyes. So if you'd like to see how I did this, then please stay tuned and continue watching. If you liked the video, please like it and leave me a comment down below and subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, let's move on to the video. Before we begin, I'd like to show you all a before and after. As you can see, there's quite a transformation. For my base, I used Primark Double Coverage Matte Foundation in the shade Toffee. This foundation has no pump, so I really had to shake it out. It's quite a thick foundation with medium coverage. I dabbed it on my face and blended it out with a blending sponge. I took my time making sure it's well blended into my skin, so it looks like my skin, but better. Next, I used a generic brow pomade, I forgot where I got this, and used it to fill in my brows. I've made them a little thicker. I love a thick brow. It really balances strong lip or strong jawline. To sharpen my brows, I used ELDW Concealer in 3W Warm. Using a fine angled brush, I traced around my eyebrows, cleaning them up and defining them further. I then blended the concealer away and dabbed some over my eyelids. For my transition shade, I dabbed into the red shade in my Nip and Fab eyeshadow palette. I started on my outer corner, keeping most of the color there, and then swept it into my crease with my brush. I switched to my Revolution Pro palette in Regeneration Revelation and dipped in the black shade. I dabbed the black on just my outer corners of my eyes and blended it away on the edges. I used my P. Louise base in number 1. This is the best base ever, and I used it to cut my crease, as they call it. I traced it into a sloping shape, which looks more natural than a round one and suits my eye shape. Experiment with cut crease shapes and find one which works for you. I dipped into this antique gold shade, and using a small flat brush, I packed this on top of the wet base. Using the black again, I gently blended it into the outer corner, diffusing it into the antique gold. I lined my eyes with a black liquid eyeliner. This one is from back home in Saudi, called Elizabeth Helen. I increased the thickness of the liner as I went into the black eyeshadow. I coated my lashes in mascara and applied falsies. To highlight my face, I used LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Tawny. I basically applied this everywhere. I wanted to create a really sculpted facial structure, so I dabbed this under my eyes, on my chin, my nose, center of my forehead, and under my cheekbones. Then I tried to blend it out. For some reason, this was really hard to blend, but I did my best. I used a smaller brush to get into all the nooks and crannies like my inner corners, forehead, and nose. To break up the contrast, I contoured with Makeup Revolution Fast Base Foundation Stick in F16. I used this sparingly on my brush and just went under my cheekbones, around my nose tip, the top of my forehead, and around my chin. And then I blended it out, making sure it's really blended and that there are no harsh lines. To bake, I used Makeup Revolution Luxury Powder in Banana. I swiped this under my eyes and under my cheekbones. I left it on for a minute, and using a large face brush, I swiped it away. For my blush, I used BH Cosmetics Duo Blush in Caribbean Coral. I applied this generously on my cheeks. I blended a reddish-brown eyeshadow on my lower lash line. Using a clean brush, I blended it away. For my highlighter, I used Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighter. I applied this on the high points of my face, cheekbones, nose tip, and bridge, brow bones, and inner corners. Line my lips with LA Girl Lip Liner in Spice. I overline them slightly to give them a fuller appearance. Then I applied Primark Beauty Satin Lip Gloss on top. Sorry, this shade doesn't have a name. And that is all. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more.